Skip. I'm glad we lost. Very infrequently.
Okay.
I'm rarely ever happy we lost.
Yeah, I got it.
But I hope that was a signal that you shouldn't have. The great Kobe Bean Bryant is rolling over in his grave.
Yep.
As we raise this banner for an in-season tournament. He specifically said on camera multiple times, this franchise, which is the only franchise he ever played for, only raises championship banners. I can't imagine if he was here, he'd be on this show right now. He'd probably be in the Lakers facility tearing it down.
He probably would.
You only raise championship banners. You don't raise division banners.
No.
You don't raise conference championship banners. You don't raise anything but the world championship banners. And that shows a different quality to your players. You only retire numbers of Hall of Famers. That shows a different quality of your organization and how you do things. You do it in a championship manner. An in-season tournament banner. Whoa. Skip.
It has come to this, Keyshawn.
Oh, stop, Skip.
Yep.
This is a small scratch on an elephant, man.
Oh, is it?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
I don't think you love
I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with the location of it.
Thank you.
The location of it is, I'm like, nah, not next to that. It just doesn't even look out of place. Move it on the other side of the arena or something like that. I don't have a problem with them doing it at all.
It's
That's not
next to the 5 from Minneapolis, I think.
Yeah, but that still
when
that
they were the
still
Minneapolis
doesn't.
Lakers.
It's still in the
It's
wrong
still-
position.
I got you.
Right? It just is. But that's not why they lost the game. They lost the game because they didn't play well. They allowed Jalen Brunson to do his deal. They allowed Julius Randle to do his deal.
He always does against the Lakers.
Although
Yep.
it's little head scratching and mind boggling that LeBron had a triple double, but he was minus 13.
Well,
so
look what he shot. From
yeah,
the floor.
eight. What was he? 2 of 8
from three and 10 of 23 from the floor. That's not LeBron.
That's not good.
No.
That's why you lost the game. It had nothing to do with the banner. It had something to do with the way D'Lo played, the way they played. You know, not Cam Reddish, but oh God, my brain.
Cam Reddish.
No, Prince. Prince shooting. What did he shoot?
Taurean Prince.
13 threes? Like, come on. When did it all of a sudden become okay for him to shoot 13 threes?
I think Darvin's green lighting him.
But that's why.
Probably when we start hanging up in-season banners. That's
why you lose, though. You lose to the Knicks because of that.
Yep.
Not because of a banner. Now, look, they're 1-3. I said it before. Maybe we got to, outside the locker room, put something of a reminder. It's tournament season. When they walk out, they look up, they see it, and all of a sudden, they register. But in all honesty, Anthony Davis has been playing well. Got to give him some. He's been playing well. LeBron, for the most part, has been playing well. I don't like the minus 13, and I don't like shooting the 8 threes and only knocking down 2 of them. But, hopefully we can turn things around, man. Just hopefully we can turn it around.
I'm sure you can. But Darvin talked after the game about we're fatigued. We've been on the road a lot. Well, a lot of that is because of the in-season tournament. You had to go to Las Vegas and get up for those games. Maybe you're a little bit drained right now. But I'm just saying there's been some aftershock from it, some after effects, some hangover from it, because LeBron got everybody way up for that tournament, right? And I'm not condemning him for it. He decided, let's go win this. It was a big deal. Maybe it will serve them well way down the road in June. But back to Richard's point, I thought the Lakers were about June, not December. So look, Keyshawn, I got asked on my podcast last week, if Michael Jordan had an in-season tournament, how would he have handled it? Well, he would have said, I hate it, but if you're going to make us play it, I'm going to go win it. But as soon as he won it, and however many years you put it in front of him, he'd just go win it, then he would say, over my dead body, are you going to raise a banner over this? Because it's ridiculous. But if you're going to make us play it, we'll play it, and we'll win it. Because it's, to use Michael's favorite derisive word, it's cute. Oh, it's cute.
We don't really know why the banner was raised. We just know we won the in-season tournament.
No, we don't.
And the reason I say we don't know why is because there could have been a little bit of what's the word that I'm looking for?
Encouragement from the league office. Yeah.
from people around the league saying, hey, from the commissioner's office,
validate
this, buy into this. This is going to be good for us.
Right.
So we really don't know why. We really don't.
Put a sticker on the floor, maybe a little emblem in a corner somewhere. But banners got to mean something. And in L.A., they have meant something the entire time I've been alive. And the reason they meant something is because that's the kind of organization this has been since they've been in existence. They're quality. They go after the best players. They have some of the best players to ever play this game. You talk about the top 10 players in everybody's list, you're going to have at least 2-3 Lakers in it. And so I just don't. Again, I'm trying to do my best to be representative of the late great Kobe Bean Bryant to say, what are we doing, Lakers? What are we doing? Like Jeannie Buss is still there. She was there with Kobe. She knows. Like, I don't care what the league said. Hey, y'all want us to hang up a banner? Well, we'll do it in June, right after we win the championship, and we'll hang it. It'll be 18th.
So
18th, it'll say World Champion.
Thank you. To Richard's point, I watched this thing live on the local telecast out here in L.A., and I'm just going through TV. I was not there, but it felt awkward to me for the fans. I could only see the sort of bottom deck fans.
Yeah, they didn't seem like they were into it.
They were kind of politely applauding, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, is this a big deal or no big deal? It seems like they're making a really big deal, so maybe we should try to get into it. But to Richard's point, and you guys are both lifelong, diehard L.A. born and raised, for true Laker fans, it's just hard to throw your emotions behind that and embrace and endorse it. Right?
But I understand it, though. Yeah. That's the difference is I understand why they must have done it. And I understand it's an in-season championship tournament, a cup. I get it. It's not the final deal. You play 7 games to win it. And they finished the deal at 7-0, and they won it. Yeah. And next year, if they win it, I'm sure that they'll lower another one, and then another one, and another one. And I understand when you go back and you look at the history of the NBA and you look at some of the great players on championship teams, we all assume that they wouldn't embrace it because they're used to winning championships. But you go and embrace it because they're asking you to embrace it to help the league out potentially to move things forward. It's year 1, Skip. Year 1. Year 5, 6, 7, we won't even be having this conversation about if they should celebrate it.
Okay, so what happened in the basketball game that ensued? At the end of the third quarter, it looked like the Lakers were in control, and all of a sudden they give up a 15-2 run to the Knicks, who've struggled of late. They've lost 4 out of 6. So you give up a 15-2 run, and all of a sudden you go to the fourth quarter and you're in a bit of a hole. And to your point, Jalen Brunson in the fourth quarter is going he's going to seize the reins. If you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. And he started taking a mile. And I thought LeBron did a lot of good things in the fourth quarter because he wound up scoring 11. He was 4 of 8, but he missed his 2 threes. And then AD made all 4 of his shots and played pretty big in the fourth quarter, but it was too little too late.
Every time I look up, though, 5 is greater than 2 and 3. Yeah. And what I mean by that is when you're not getting anything out of Cam Reddish, in D'Lo, you're not getting anything out of them. Nothing.
No.
And then you're getting a little bit out of Austin Reeves coming off the bench.
Yeah.
You got 2 other guys that's there. Then all of a sudden Prince is shooting the ball the way he's shooting it, which is not great. You're not going to win games doing that.
No.
You have to have your role players play a role, especially at home. I don't expect role players to play great on the road.
Yeah.
I expect role players to play great at home, something that did not happen last night.
Okay, so as you say, this was the first one of these. And I think the learn from this is, for LeBron and Darvin Ham, is it's going to take some out of you. You're going to have to dredge it back up after this run to the championship in December. So you better be ready for a little hangover for the next couple of weeks.
Well, maybe the league learned something too, though. The league
I agree.
The league may have learned, hey, we can't have a team that's in it potentially playing on the road after they win it because it drains them.
Yeah. But you can't make a schedule like that, I don't think. I mean, you can't, with that foresight, you got to assume. Yeah. So I just don't get it because that's the frustrating part about this whole tournament and watching them play. And I said it when it happened, Key and Skip. I said, like, they showed too much in that tournament. They showed how hard they could play. And you're not going to play like that every night. You're not even, I mean, sometimes they're not even 50% of what they were given in that tournament. And so that's the frustrating part as a fan. You're like, you're watching them go through the motions again after watching them be NASCAR a few weeks ago. You're like, wait, what happened? Now we're in a Honda Civic. We're not in a we're not in a pace car anymore. We're in a,
that is correct.
What are we doing? We're not shooting efficiently. We forgot how to shoot. LeBron was 4 for 4 from 3 in the quarterfinals of the tournament, and now he's 2 for 8. It's like I don't get it.
Yep. And by the way, the red-hot college rah-rah team that you beat in the championship game of the in-season tournament, the Indiana Pacers, last night at home, they gave up 151 to James Harden and the Clippers. 151 at home.
So who?
James Harden. And
Who
the
was that?
James Harden.
Okay.
He did all that after the game was completely decided. He made 6 threes in the fourth quarter alone. Way to go, of course. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.